Hi everyone. Alright, I've got something new to play with today. Thank you to Heather Rich for suggesting I try this. There was also a few others of you all that had suggested that I try it or asked if I had used it. This is the Molotow Liquid Chrome. It is alcohol based. This is a refill for Molotow markers, like an alcohol based marker, but this is supposed to have a mirror-like finish to it. So I'm going to try this today instead of the Pinata Brass. I've been looking forever for a silver color that could be used with this. So I'm going to try this and see what I think about it. Decided to go with some sort of blue-green shades today because I thought the silver might look good with those. So I've got Laguna. These are all Tim Holtz Ranger inks. I've got Laguna, Clover, Bottle, and Stream. And I'm going to do this one sort of partly with the dryer and partly with blowing on it. Sorry, you're really not supposed to do this, but I do it all the time. I can't stand to have fuzz get on my paper, so I'm constantly wiping it off. The first part, I'm going to go ahead and just lay out a little bit of inks, and I'm going to use my hair dryer here to dry that. But then as I go back, I'm going to add the liquid chrome, and I'm just going to blow that instead of using the hair dryer, I think. I don't know. We'll see what happens. For those of you who are new and haven't seen me use this before, this is just a Revlon brand styling brush hair dryer. It's got a little, round brush that comes out here. I just took the brush attachment off the end of it so that it could not get in my way. This is a 500 watt dryer. I know I've gotten so many messages from so many of you in other countries that cannot get this unless you order it from the US, in which case it costs you some exorbitant amount of money, like 80 or 100 US dollars to get this hair dryer. It's not worth that. You all can find something similar in your country or even in the US if you don't want this. This one is 500 watts. It does have a cool setting. That's what I use most of the time, is the cool setting. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have looked up your name, and I'm so sorry, but one of you all told me in the UK there is a Tresemme version of this that's very similar, that's only 300 watts, which would be awesome because that means it's going to have even less airflow than this one does. This one does have a high airflow on the cool setting. That's another question I get a lot, people wondering if there's something wrong with their dryer. No, the cool setting on this is like a full airflow setting on it. It's just a high airflow. If you haven't watched them yet, watch my frequently asked questions videos. There's 2 of them. One is number 19. I can't remember the other one, but I go into quite a bit of detail about how to use this and not blow your ink all over the place and get the little fingers of ink running out quite so much. Alright, so I am going to get started. We will see what I can come up with today. Alright, I will be right back with y'all in just a second. Alright, you'll notice I did speed this part up. There is absolutely nothing special that I'm doing right here. This is just lay down some ink, lay down some alcohol, and dry it. Not trying to wisp anything out or spread it out at all right here. Just wanted to get my colors sort of sketched out there with where I wanted the different ones to go. And then I'll slow this back down once I get to the part where I start blowing on it. Let me apologize. My head is in the way all the time on this. All the time. It seemed like it got worse when I stood up because I thought, well, if I stand up, I'll be able to get to the painting better and maybe my face won't be, or my head won't be in your way. But it actually turned out to make it worse. and I didn't realize it until I was, putting all this together and working on the editing. So yes, you get it with my big head getting in the way a whole lot. And I'm really, really sorry that you all can't see better sort of what I'm doing. Um, I'm sure that there's going to be some people upset by that, and I'm sorry, but I did want to go ahead and post this video regardless, since I was using the Molotow Chrome in this one for the first time, just to let you all kind of see what that chrome looks like and how it acts and everything. So once again, I apologize for my big head getting in the way and blocking the view of everything that you all would want to see while I'm trying to blow on this. I will do another one at some point with, just using my breath, blowing on it, and hopefully figure out a way to keep my head out of the way, because right now I just absolutely can't figure out a good way. So, alright, well, I'm going to let you all skip or watch or whatever you want to do with this next part. It only goes on for another, I don't know, minute or so maybe, and then it'll get back into the rest of the painting. It'll slow back down, and I'll explain what I'm doing as I do it. So I will be back with you all shortly. Alright, so I've got a hot mess right now. Let's see if there's anything I can do with it and see how this liquid chrome works. I hope it works. This stuff is expensive. It was 20 some dollars for this bottle of it, which 30 milliliters in the bottle. That was rather expensive for a little thing of ink, or whatever you want to call it. I guess it's ink. And there's one good thing about this. It's got a nice small, can you all see that? I can't tell. It's better that way. Nice little small applicator tip, since it's meant for refilling a pen. And since I haven't done it with this before, I'm not sure if I want to put it down first or the alcohol, but I'm going to try putting that down first. Let's do that here. Ooh, that's shiny. Super pretty. It looks exactly like chrome. I think I'm going to end up having a problem here because my colors are just too similar. I should have picked a little bit different colors. Some that were just a little different. Oh, that's not good. Spilled some on the table. I don't want to waste any of that stuff. It's too expensive. Hope y'all can see what I'm doing a little bit. It blends quite a bit with the ink, but it's also leaving big chunks. You can see there. Also leaving those big chunks on it. I need to get that dry just a touch so it wouldn't keep moving so much. Like it sank worse on my paper that time. That is leaving some big chunky spots there, which I kind of like. I'm wondering if that could be mixed with alcohol before you put it out. I don't know. I'm almost afraid to experiment too much with it because it's just so expensive. But that might make it last a little bit longer if it was mixed with alcohol before, and you might not have quite such big chunks on it there. I don't know. Something to think about. And this, it says to shake well before using, so that's why you're going to see me shaking it up every now and then. You can tell I'm being stingy with it. One little drop. Now that one was interesting. I didn't have much float. See this, I'd rather it did like this at the moment than like this. And I think it may be just where I swirled it around a little more and I got a little more alcohol up under the ink, and I don't know, it kind of blended. It's left this kind of pearlescent look. I'm not sure if you all can see that good on this part over here. It's a little, sort of just turned the paper, or the inks, almost a pearl look. It's really pretty though. I like it. That for every drop I put down, I have to wipe another drop off the top so it doesn't stop it up. Trying to run the alcohol and stuff right up to the edges of where I already have some, just so that I have a nicer line in there, or I feel like I do anyway. I hope y'all can see. I'm sorry. I just haven't figured out a good way to do this where you all can see what I'm doing very good. Try standing up here for a minute. Of course, then my big fat head's going to block your view. You're going to be out of luck one way or another. Got to keep it from drying out there so you don't end up with the hard line on the outside edge if you want a wispier looking painting. I gotta tell y'all, I really am liking this so far. It's very cool. It works just a little different than the Pinata Brass, but to have a silver color that actually works, I'm thrilled to find that. I think that's looking really cool so far. Especially considering what a hot mess I've got out here right now. I think I'm going to keep on doing it like that. I like the way it looks better if I swirl it around a little more, to where I'm still getting a little bit of that chunky stuff floating, but not quite such big pieces. And I love the kind of silver shimmer it's giving to some places in it. I hope all of you all are having a wonderful day today. It's a beautiful, sunny, blazing hot day here in Richland, Washington. I think it's 94 right now, though, and not a cloud in the sky, and barely any breeze. And that would be why I am inside, downstairs, where it's nice and cool, painting. I'm just hitting this with just a little bit of low heat right here, just to dry it up a little faster. I don't know about you all, but so far I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. I think it's looking really good. I'm still getting plenty of little shimmery fine lines in there. You've got those few little chunks floating here and there, which I actually really like it. I mean, just add something to it, as long as it's not too super thick. I was trying to remember exactly how much this costs. I could tell you all. Oh, I think it was almost $28. Can't remember for sure, but I think that's what it was. Here. Can't decide what to do about that. Not sure I like that hole in there, but we'll just leave it for now and see. Things like that, when you see something like that you're not really happy with at the moment, it's really better to just leave it until you're done a lot of times, unless you just know that it's going to look terrible in there. Because, I mean, it may turn out that it actually adds to the way your painting looks and helps a lot. And other times, you know, you might not want to leave it because it's not going to look good. But with one like that, I'm going to leave it till I'm done, because I may decide to just leave it all together rather than start trying to mess with it now. And if you're not careful, you'll just overwork stuff, and then you'll be disappointed because too many things are going to blend into one color. Oops. I hope y'all can see. Now you can see I got some of the little fingers in here, but that's okay because I haven't worked that part yet, so I'm not that concerned about that. And if, you know, you discover them after, you can always add a little bit more alcohol or ink, or just alcohol and metallic or whatever, and try and fix that. Just be real careful because it is going to lighten up that spot if you just put alcohol on it. And it may be a place where you don't want it to be lightened up, because see, I want this center a little bit dark in there. That's why I put down some extra bottle, or no, what color did I use? Yeah, bottle. That's what this color, greenish color in here is. And I forgot to tell you all, this is, or maybe I did tell you, I don't know. I'll tell you again, just in case. This is on 11 by 14 Yupo, which is why you'll see the staining that I'm getting from the colors, but I wanted that on this one. The ones like this where I'm blowing on it myself, I really like doing those on the Yupo because I really feel like that staining adds sort of a depth and dimension to it that it might not have otherwise. So once again, this is just the low heat setting on it. Just want to, you know, dry it up just a little bit, not a ton. And you don't want to leave any heat setting on your Yupo or any of your papers that you use. You don't want to have a heat setting on them very long because they will warp. I'm sorry, I'm really hoping I'm staying in frame good. I'm not used to standing up and doing this, and I can't see good where the view is on the camera. This is what happens when I look away to try and see where the view is. Everything goes everywhere. Yeah, when you're working, when you're painting, you don't want to look away from what you're doing very much, because it does, I've caused some problems doing that. One of the girls will come in and say something to me, and I'll turn my head to look at them while I've still got my airflow on the paper, and then look back and, you know, realize that there's just little things going all over the place. Painting like this, it's hard to tell you all exactly what to do. I mean, I don't know how to tell you, you know, you blow this hard here and that hard there and make sure you do this, because it's just a matter of watching, really, and seeing where your inks are and what you want them to do. I mean, I want to try and keep them, you know, blown in because I want soft edges, but at the same time, I don't want to blow everything in towards the middle to where I don't have anything on the outside. So that's why I keep, sometimes we'll add a little more alcohol out here just to keep those edges soft, and why I blow the ink back out some to give it a chance to not just all, you know, puddle up in the center there and give me a big dark line in it. Although sometimes you want that dark line depending on what you're doing, so it's just a matter of what it is you want to do. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to have to come back to this and put a little more of some color ink out here, because I could soften that edge up, but I'm already not really liking the way that looks. So we'll see. I'm going to do a little bit more down through here and then decide what to do about that right there. I feel like that stuff is coming out really fast right now. I'm getting a little more chrome in it than what I want. But I also have a little less ink down here. It seems to work a little better with the darker colors for what I want it to do anyway. shoot. Sorry, trying to keep that in the frame for you all, and I can't get to it. I think I think I'm going to add a little more stream right here. Let's try it like this. Let's see how it works. Or maybe I shouldn't. I may mess up the whole thing. And let me just do this the way I have been. Because with my luck, I will mess it up. Add a little over here too. I switch that over to the low heat for just a second, finish drying that a little bit. And I still think I'm going to need something in there. Oops. I don't know. Let's spread this out first and see. Spread the other out and see what it looks like first. Alright, I was trying to, there we go. Oh, that'll look good. Something where I didn't have to keep screwing the lid back on that every single time. I should have thought of that earlier. Well, that's interesting. Don't know where that came from. It's off of my paper towel or something. I was like, I haven't even used anything purple today. Sorry, I had to put a little more on that. It was just sort of chunking up in one spot. Alright, I think I decided I want to put just a little bit more bottle in here before I start blending so that I can get this blended in with it. And right here's the only place that I used any of that color, that kind of dark green. But I think I want to add some down here too. So, let's see what happens. You just never know what's going to happen sometimes. I think I needed more than one drop. That's mixing with the chrome. I don't know if y'all can see it. Kind of cool. See, I still feel like I'm going to need something else in here. How about... I wonder if Laguna's too close. Let's try some Laguna. Now I'm going to start back over here where I left off before, and then I'll, work my way that way, blending it a little. am loving this. Loving it. Since it's the first time I've, had something that would actually stay silver and not completely sink into the painting. Every time I've used one of the other silver metallics, the brands that I've tried, they just do not do well at all. They just kind of sink and blend, and they leave, I don't know, they mix so much with my inks that I end up with thick lines. Just too much build up, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. Let's see. Not mean to do that. I'm sorry, I know a lot of that you all probably cannot see. At least I remembered not to wear a hat today. So maybe you can see a little bit of it. And you see I missed this out here. I did not mean to do that. I was going to try and get that in there, but it's alright. I'll just do another one out here. I didn't like that. Wasn't supposed to do that. Still think that needs something right there. I'm just not sure what. Let's go ahead and do some more stream. I like the stream because it's just such a dark color. It's just like dark jewel tone color. I really like the way it looks. That's what's in here already. But I don't want to put more bottle over here. I'd rather keep the bluer tones right now. So let's try that. See what happens. Sorry, I know y'all get bored standing there having to watch me stand here and think, but I'm just trying to decide, you know, kind of which way I wanted to come in with that, where I wanted it to go. Ooh, that got too much. I put quite a bit of alcohol on that right there because I really wanted to spread it decently. Yeah, no. Well, that irked me. So, let's pick something else. I've got a lid and no bottle. So, let's do maybe clover. Come down here. And if we do that, that gives us a nice shape if I don't mess it up. I got a little too much alcohol in that. That's why it spread so far. You just gotta have to kind of watch. And then hopefully I won't hear, but I need that to go out. Darn it, I'm still not happy with that. I wanted to get more of that off of there. I'm sorry, I know I'm being picky and you all are thinking, good grief, is this video almost over? Captive audience. No, not really. Fast forward it. Turn it off if you're bored. This is patina. Although I think I'm going to pick the Laguna instead of patina right there. Yeah, let's go with Laguna. Whoa. Yeah. If you're going to have to add more alcohol, you want to do it before what you already have down dries. Having one of those perfect storms of accidents here. See, I'm just going to keep on coming out through here because now I'm mad at that. I don't like that. Where I had a little drop of alcohol, I was trying to fix it. A little bit ran out and I made it worse. And that's what happens a lot of times. You just have to be cautious and think about whether or not you want to fix a spot. Alright, let's go with patina this time. But on this, that's okay right now because it'll actually look good coming on out there. So patina is a very light color, so I didn't add any alcohol to it. Sometimes I do, but I didn't this time. Alright, I think I'm going to leave it like that. That is my experiment with the Molotow liquid chrome, which I will definitely be using some more. I really like the way that that works. It's very expensive, so I probably won't be using it a ton, but there's the bottle if y'all want to see. Where did I get this from? Amazon. I ordered this off of Amazon. I will find the link. I will put it in the description box below this video if any of you do want to order it and try it, but keep in mind it is expensive, so I'm hoping that it lasts a while. Alright, show you. But you can see, I'm not sure how this is going to be when I seal it, if it's going to stay that shiny where it is, but can you all see all the chrome shimmering in there? It's funny, you would think, you know, silver and gold's what you want to go for. Nope, brass and chrome. That's what you want to go for. Alright, well that is it for today. Thank you all for watching. My subscriber count is still going up, and I really appreciate all of you who have decided to subscribe to my channel, from the ones who've been with me for the last year to all my brand new ones as well. Give it a try for yourself if you want to. With the chrome, I do like it. It'll take a little bit of playing with. I haven't tried to do it, you know, just with the hairdryer yet. Hopefully it won't blend too much on its own, or blend in with the ink too much when I'm using the hair dryer. I'm not sure how that's going to do, but for this style where you're just blowing on it, this did fantastic. I'm really super happy with it. Alright everyone, I will be back with y'all soon with another video. Bye!